guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the best head for new salespeople video. I want to talk about you too, but specifically I really want on and focus in how to handle nervous when you are with customer now. Here on my channel, I talk about the sales tip and trick before, but I don't think I have a dedicated video specifically for. So here it is. Not only this, I also know that a lot of you guys have a question about how I could develop and handle objections of clients confidently. I do my work and everything like that with nervous and no idea to talk about before, and I am a firm believer of the saying of a give up instead of giving a man fish. You learn how to fish from professional instead. So that is why it is a video. I'm actually going to share with you the top 5 golden tips and tricks that I follow when it comes to facing also some nervous in front of customer for my sales career, and I hope I'm sharing this tip and sharing this technique with you. You are going to be able to replicate the same result onto yourself. So that you can really optimize those winning sales KPI and get more fun and work life on to be your sales path. That is why you're interested in all that. Then stick around because this video is to be pretty damn good now. Right into this week video. Alright, so the first tip that I personally like to follow when it's come to handle myself nervous in front of customer is to be brave and authentic. I want to understand if showing my unprofessional in personality would converse better, or if using only professional personality that I find on many salesmen or something like that would perform better. And it's turned out that when I try to be professional personality only such as beautiful dress or formal conversation following step by step like strict process with client, I am not easily to get in customer mind. I didn't get many respond to reduce a war between customer and I. But the moment that I actually turn it back into my authentic self as looking unprofessional personality, for example, choosing proper with confidently course or even make a laugh conversation sometimes. And I think that's the reason why is because a lot of people still like to feel human mind and authentic to meet at who they are, because it still feel open mind to trust and it still feel real. It doesn't feel overly commercial. And when you start focus using strict in professionally only or keeping look that don't show some of your authentic or anything like that, it take away the human element in yourself. Now, obviously this might depend on kind of customer that you are meeting with, but in my physical telling me having sale and having long-term customer in sale path, showing back to be authentic prove be really important to help you out a little bit more. It feel like to just free and not know what right action to do for your meeting, especially for if you face a lot of objections without confidence to get rid of anxiety to customer. So I'm going to share with you. Here is a trick of emotions that I like to follow what I'm thinking about, what to act for my customer, especially when I need to show my capability to solve that problem. Number 1 is positive. Imagine positive result and getting in good conversation with customer. Avoid all negative thoughts to your customer and don't think what they will think about you, but focusing what you can give them instead. Number 2 is happiness. When you feel happiness with yourself or your customer, the focus has changed from nervous to create happy moments by yourself, or focus to create good moments or story with customer. Number 3 is laugh. Making a little joke to make someone smile or laugh could relax your environment in any situation. Even changing a mood before put back to very serious mode. Number 4, fears. Fighting a fear or create fear that show customer pain in present and future in their business and impact impact their personal life before you provide any solutions. Now that I have shown you can cross other emotion instead of stay nervous, I really hope that I can add a lot more sharing variety of emotion. It's true, you do, but not only this. And speaking of varieties, and the tip number 2, be prepared outside and inside. We will talk about dread and energy. If you're someone like me who care a lot of being who you are, I can also understand that it can be kind of naughty to constantly change a part of your personality and turn that into a self-view, especially your personality doesn't change a lot. That is why I have a little hack for you. Is you can use a free tip called Dress on Your Style, but proper following who you are going to meet with. What you can actually do is you can find a loving dress or clothes that give you feel confidently the most in its important missing. Put it on for yourself to feel truly who you are, and it's actually going to help you automatically confidently expression to your energy and action that you can give a credit for yourself choice. When it's come to really adding attention to client, we always avoid ignoring information of clients. And I know that none of customer information sometimes are okay. Most of customers still look amazing on opening for what they want. And the reason why I especially on a study client like we are going to date with someone instead non-information tend to be very hard to find pinpoint and win the deal. And that is why no matter how much of information is, we personally won't decide them for our sale deal, and instead we will offer very simple and very clean and very deep conversation later, such as what business they are in, how is business going, who are their customers, who are they working with, what problem normally matter and affect their work. These are personally my favorite questions to use for collecting data we study before meeting with, reconfirming what the challenge they are facing with. That is why if you are someone who is considering to avoid nervous before meeting in your deals, definitely make sure that you are avoiding non-study clients, because it's simply not going to convert well for you. Choosing study clients information for your deal. Relationship, find out what you both love the same thing. This is the tip number 4. The next thing that you want to consider if you are feeling unsure to your meeting is to keep it simple. I personally have a rule of any customer now that relationship is a key. Now, obviously, on my past of sale events, some customer didn't buy at that time and they will come back to buy with me later. I recommend their connection to be my customer. I have some sale deals that have a way more than non-relationship and still perform, but nowadays I really like to keep things connecting, and I try my very best to make our relationship for long term. And the reason for this is again on feeling uncomfortable when you are thinking about dealing with sale as supportive, but focus on making relationship between your deal that you have the less you are able to stretch out. Find what your customer and you love the same thing. So when you have make a relationship that say, it's going to be a lot easier to enlarge that and create more of an impact on to your deal without nervousness. Tip number 5, before I dive into the next tip and trick that I have for you, I actually want to give you a bonus check when it's come to deal with client when you are nervous, because I know a lot of you guys might hesitate on what exactly to do with client when it's come to the deal and you're feeling not confident. Now I follow one of the following 2 options. Option 1 is focus their customer demand. What is I say is this like, is this I literally use their customer of their business to recheck the need on demands. What their customer needs is going to give highly impact for their decision, but you need to study clients specifically in challenge. I personally like me recheck their expectation for their business and their customers so that they can expect the exact amount of needs and want that they assume that they were going to get from discussion alone. Now on the other hand, focus their solution. For some of my other videos showing how to turn failure to success in selling, like the link above. And I do this often is you can choose the option where you do more of a providing solution, and this is where you really give everything for win-win business for your clients and your sale deal. And maybe you put one or two focus that really go into evoke a reaction or curiosity from your customer. Now it's just up to you to just test the option. There is no right or wrong, and see what's perform better on your sales deal. If you are a problem solver lover, type solution in the comment below. For me personally, I like to be focused on providing solution, but for you, you might want to evoke a more stronger on information with your sales deal. Share what is worth for you to support each other as well. Following some of these tips and tricks, make sure that you are actually really showing your confidence in the deal, that you can connect with your customer and everything like that. Don't bother putting small fear, or don't bother putting tiny unprepared yourself, cause it's just going to cause you anxiety and nervous, and even oftentimes collecting experience you don't want to. Now to help you guys out to make sure that you're dealing with clients are well prepared enough to be professional sales for winning deal is what you can do and in your control, so that you can truly see your confidence with dealing client, whether or not the things are standing out to you. Even if your deal with customer is not prepared at all, is still going with core sales. So that something that I personally like to do after practice and apply many tips and tricks from this video. You don't have to try my tips, you can try something else, but I hope that little have helped you guys so far, and I follow when it's come to creating all of your feedbacks. And make sure that you comment below and let me know if you learned something new, or if you have other golden tips that you like to follow. Definitely share the knowledge now while you wait for the next video. Make sure that you also check out these two videos that I have right here as well. I love to talk about sales and business and all that good stuff. So guys, make sure that you check out these two awesome videos. As well as always guys, I appreciate you. I hope you guys have a lucky opportunity today, and bye guys.